Okay, we are recording, and so this week our focus is on push, pull, hinge, rotate, and carry. And so those are kind of like the five. There's sometimes people say five, some people say seven, but we're going to go with five fundamental movement patterns. And so we're going to kind of build our workout around that. And one of the reasons I'm doing this, not only because it's a really great functional training tool for you guys, because then you get moving in all different directions, you get the anterior, posterior chain of the body, but it's also really good for you guys to know some of these exercises. So if you ever needed to quick build your own workout, at home or something like that, and you want to be like, oh, what should I do? So you're not doing all push exercises or not pull exercises. You get that combination of these five different movement patterns, and then you can just real quick put something together to do on your own. So our warm-up, everything's going to include that. Last week we did accumulators, and this week we're doing reverse accumulators, which means that we're going to do all of a whole list of exercises, and we're just going to kind of cross them off as we go. So each round will get shorter and shorter. So it's going to be kind of big at first, but then it'll kind of narrow down, and then we'll get a big recovery, and then we'll do it all over again with some different exercises. So it's gonna be really fun. Okay, so let's go ahead and get warmed up, and I'm gonna change the view here. And all right, so I have my shades on, sorry about that. We're gonna start with good morning. So fingers behind the ears, hinging at the hips here. So right away, working on that hinge. Most important part about the hinge is that our hips are shooting back, and our knees just have a micro bend. So we don't need to do a huge bend like a squat, but just a hinge here. We're gonna add a little bit more onto this good morning. So we're gonna slow things down. So I want you to do one good morning, and then you're gonna do a single leg deadlift. So lift one leg off the ground, and then do it again. Good morning, and then a single leg deadlift on the other side. So this does not have to be fast. We're also working on connecting that right and left brain as we reach toward our opposite leg. And we'll do one more for each side here. And last one. Nice hamstring release there. Very good. All right. Pull your shoulders up, back and around. Moving into a side squat. So just move laterally, side to side. Your feet are going to be wider than your hips. And toes are just turned out slightly. And then we're adding on in the middle. I want you to reach. Okay, if you've been sitting a lot today, final extension. Reach it all the way up. Good. Keep going. And even in that reach, if you want to, you can lean back a little bit. Should feel really nice on the front of the body. Good. And we'll do one more here. And then stepping back into a lunge. So just begin with a lunge, hold here, lean back, and then step forward and switch legs. You can just pause in the back of that lunge. And then we're gonna add on. So making this a nice warrior lunge. Reach your arms up again, feeling that lengthening through the hip flexor. So like I said, how some people say that there's other movement patterns beyond the five that I just mentioned. Lunging is one of them, but I also like to consider lunging in the push group. Anytime you're moving your leg away from your body, it is a push exercise. And one more on each side. Good. All right. Adding on, okay, arm swing. So this is a rotational movement. I love this exercise for a warm-up. Just let those arms kind of wrap around your hips. And then you're gonna lift that heel off the ground. Okay, get into the squat. Like you're trying to pick something up off the ground, reach it up nice and high. Let the weight of your arms just help you rotate here. And one more on this side. And we're gonna switch to the other side. So start small. If you haven't done a lot of rotation today, you don't wanna throw your back out in the warm-up. All right, adding the heel lift so that you can get those arms a little bit higher. If you're not already feeling your abdominals engaging here, draw them in nice and tight. Get deeper into that squat. And let's do two more. Good, last one right here. And continuing with the rotation, you guys know this is a curtsy lunge. but I want you to reach your arms nice and wide. Reach, reach, reach. Come up through the center, and then curtsy lunge, and reach. And take it slow. You're gonna feel your hips. Get a great stretch here. And reach again. Connecting right and left brain. Opposite arm to leg. And you've got one more time. Good job. And let's try some rotational movement one more time. Narrow windmill. So you're gonna squat down. So knees are lining up with toes. You're gonna take your right arm, reach it across the body, and open up. Hang out here for a moment, and then come out of it and switch to the other side. Squat down, left arm, and then right arm up. And come up through the middle. Let's do one more on each side. Squat. And notice that great stretch for the pecs. You've been doing your push-up challenge every day, like I know you all have, okay? Then this is much needed. Let's take our feet a little bit wider. So into a regular windmill, reaching down, coming up right through the middle, squeezing your butt. So another form of hinge here as we let our hips go back. Good, we're gonna speed it up and we're gonna stay down. So stay down right here and just move side to side. But I want you to look in the direction that your top arm is moving. That feels a little tight, then keep your knees bent. Let's do one more on each side. And last one there. And release. Okay, so we are warmed up, ready to go. I want you to do a couple heel butt kickers real quick. Like I said, the way this workout's gonna go, we're gonna go through 5 different exercises, 1 minute at a time. You got about 25-second recovery in between, okay? Do a couple heels in front. And then we'll go back and do it again, crossing off the first exercise. So to begin with, we have push-ups on the ground. So any type of push-up, you're only doing push-ups one time for 1 minute. That's it. So do not hold back. Get ready to go. I'm gonna set my timer here. If I can see it. I'm already sweating, so you get to see me drip today. Here we go. Time starts right now. Push-ups on your knees or on your toes, your choice. And again, push-ups are just moving planks. So your abdominals should be pulled in tight. Remember the push-up options, knees or even tabletop. Good, we're at that halfway point right now. So we're gonna do a little bit of form focus. We're gonna think about holding in the bottom and drawing our shoulder blades together and then exploding back up. So that kind of load to explode idea. Hold it and then push up. Good, you've got 18 seconds to go, that's it. Come on, stay with it, even if it's not fast. Final 10 seconds. How many push-ups can you do in 10 seconds? Come on. We got 3, 2, and 1. Good. Sit back and take a nice stretch here. All right, while you are recovering, I'm gonna go through that next exercise with you. You're gonna grab your weights, okay? We're gonna do some rowing next. So we're gonna start with bent over underhand rows, and then you'll do overhand rows, okay? And then you'll do wide rows, so hands will be out just a little farther, so elbows will come up, and then we'll finish with narrow rows, okay? I'll walk you right through it, don't worry. So in this next minute, we got all 4 of those. So underhand first, go. So the goal here is not fast. It's all about controlled movement, squeezing shoulder blades together. And you're gonna find that this workout today is much more strength oriented than cardio. The cardio piece is only gonna come in because we're moving from one thing to the next without a lot of recovery. As we learn these exercises, the recovery is gonna get shorter. So look forward to that. Oops, sorry, I forgot to change your rows. Elbows are up high, hands are wide. Now be careful with this one that your shoulders do not come into your ears, all right? And change to a narrow grip. So narrow, palms facing in. Elbows still shooting up and back. Yeah, good job. Pulling to the end. One more and recover. Okay, so you are going to use your weights for this one. You're going to come down onto your knees. Okay. I lied. You're not coming up. You're not using your weights. We're on all fours. Okay. Tuck your toes. You're going to hinge your hips back, and then you're going to push forward. Okay. And this is kind of the first level option. If you want to make this more challenging, you're going to come up into a bear pose, and you're going to rock back and come forward. So let's go ahead and do this together. Hinge back, and then come forward and hold. Option, knees on the ground, just like this. So what this is doing is just really teaching the hinging motion. Hips back, and then press forward. So one thing to think about with this movement is that you want to only hinge, okay, as long as your back can stay flat. So if your back starts to round like this, then you've gone a little bit too far back. And at any time, please feel free to bring your knees back to the mat. We have got 15 seconds to go here. Now, I know you might be thinking this isn't that challenging, but don't worry. This is only round one, which means I have more for you. I'm going to make it a little more challenging as we go. Come on, let's do two more. And last one here, and done. All right, quick recovery. Oh, there's something poking over there. All right, quick recovery. Moving on. We are rotating next. So on the ground, Russian twist. You're gonna need one weight, okay? Sit up nice and tall. Gently tuck your tailbone. And you're gonna take your weight side to side. I want you to start with a basic Russian twist. So don't get all crazy on me. We're gonna start here in 3 seconds. Okay, and rock back, chest lifted, and rotate side to side. So your elbows are leading the way, not your weight. And if you don't have a weight, you can just put your hands together right in front of your chest. You're still gonna feel that rotational movement. Good, slow and steady. Remember, we've got a lot of these today, so do not burn out in round one, all right? Keep going, keep going. You're over halfway. Oh, just wringing out of your abdominals. That's what it should feel like. Good job, keep going. And we've got 10 seconds to go. All right, let's do one more on each side. Our next move is going to be our carry exercise. So go ahead and come to your feet right here. Hopefully you got my email about getting something together to carry, whether it's 2 weights together. I can't hold both my weights because I have little hands, so I'm gonna do a kettlebell. But I want you to pull your shoulders back and around. You're gonna take a little walk on this one. So find some room wherever you're at to walk around. The idea here, okay, is not only are you carrying, that other element of functional training is gait, okay, which is being able to pick up your feet and walk, okay? I know it doesn't seem like much, but we're gonna work on it. So shoulders down and back, but just take a walk wherever you can walk, okay? Go up and down the stairs, walk the hallway. You're gonna switch arms halfway through. But think about what's going on with your body, okay? So your weighted hand, right, is pulling your body down, but your opposite side should be trying to stack your shoulders back over your hips. That is a really great functional core exercise right here. We're gonna switch the weight to our other hand. So switch now and continue to take that walk. And think about your chest. Your chest should be lifted. So sometimes we walk like this with heavy items, but we wanna be lifted tall. Now think about your feet, picking them up, not tripping over stuff on the ground, right? You shuffle your feet. This is a great exercise for you to work on picking those feet up. And time is up. All right. So we're going to take a 30-second recovery. We're crossing off our push-ups. Recoveries are getting shorter. So we're going to go right into the rows here in just a moment. So get a quick drink. I know round one doesn't seem hard, but trust me, it's going to get challenging. All right, 10 seconds. So we're going to pick up our weights. We're going to start with our underhand rows. We're gonna roll our shoulders back in place, bend our knees, hinge at the hips ever so slightly, and let's begin right now. So pull. I am gonna get this timing right with you guys this time. So we're gonna do underhand, then next one is overhand. A big squeeze up at the top of that movement. Switch your grip. So now you're overhand. Okay, elbows are still coming up and back. Really pinch them together. Keep coming. So you're still in a narrow overhand grip. You're gonna go a little wider in this overhand grip right here. So a little wider. It almost should feel somewhat like a fly. Keep coming, guys. You've got 3 seconds left, and then we're gonna finish up with our narrow grip. Ready? Change the grip. Okay, go as tight as you can. Just like you're stacking your weights right on top of your hips. Keep coming. Good work. Almost there. 2 more. And last one there, and done. Okay, on the ground. On the ground. So next up is that quad. Okay, so you're on all fours like a quadruped here. And knees off the ground if you can. And hinge back and come forward. Ready? And set. And go. All right, here we go. So hinge back, push forward. Notice how you have to put the brakes on as you come forward. Okay, and stack your chest between your hands. More working, but you're also getting the hinge motion for the hips. Think about your back. Okay, do not let it round as you go back. And if you need to, take the knees down to the floor. It's a great way to modify. And keep moving. We've got 20 seconds to go here. Kind of reminds me of those rocket launchers we did with a little extra challenge for the quads, right? Come on, 15 seconds to go. Nice job, nice job. Can you sit those hips back a little bit more without rounding? Let's do one more, and done. All right, moving on, Russian twist, you're on the ground with one weight. So get that ready to go. Challenge is coming with this Russian twist. Begin now, just the regular one. But if you're up for that challenge, you're gonna lift one leg off the ground. Don't worry, next time we'll do the other leg. So just one leg off the ground, bringing out the abdominals. Okay, you can straighten the leg, you can bend it. Maybe you just want to tap the toe instead of lifting the whole leg. Keep coming, guys. If you look over your shoulder as you rotate, it helps that rotation. Come on. And if you need to sit up, okay, if that hurts your low back, sit up and rotate with a straight spine. Totally cool. You've got 10 seconds to go. Great job, great job. And 3, and 2, and 1, and time is up. All right, grab your heavy weight for your suitcase. Whatever you can put in your hand, grab it now. Get ready to go, stand up. We're doing our walk with that suitcase carry, and we are beginning right now. Let's go. Shoulders up, back and around. Yep, walk it out. Remember, pick up your feet. Imagine maybe you do have a bunch of laundry laying around. Maybe you do have objects all over the ground in your house. Walk over them. Pick up the feet, lift your knees. Bob and weave a little bit. You don't have to walk in a straight line. Maybe you go sideways. Yeah, what do you think? We're gonna switch to the other hand. So, switch hands now, roll the shoulder back and around, chest lifted. Good. Go for a walk, maybe wash a dish, put it in the dishwasher. Stir your beans on the counter, I don't care. 15 seconds to go. If you're looking down, I want you to look straight ahead. Notice what happens to the muscles in your back when you look straight ahead versus down. Come on. Time is almost up. 3, 2, 1, and done. All right. Rack that weight back down to the ground. We're gonna go back to the quad hinge, okay, or the bear hinge, whichever one you're choosing. Added challenge coming. We're gonna do a reach. So You'll be we'll do the most basic version first. You're gonna rock back and you're gonna reach forward with one arm. Rock back and reach forward with the opposite arm. So let's try that first. And here we go. 1 minute. So try it with your knees down. Rock back, explode forward. Rock back, explode. Again, abdominals engage. And notice how when you lift your arm, how your hips, okay, have to drop ever so slightly and your glutes squeeze. Just like when you would do a kettlebell swing. Good, so if that feels pretty good and you want to level up, the next option. Okay, so lift the knees, rock back, and then extend. Rock back and extend. Now hands have to stay at least shoulder distance to make this possible. Keep going. All your toes need to stay on the ground. And you can go back to your knees if you need to. It's all right. Let's try one more on each side. And here's that last one right here. And done. A little different as we add that extension. Whew. All right, flip over, Russian twist. So remember which leg you did? Maybe you don't remember. I did my right leg last time. I'm doing my left leg this time. And we are moving right along. So pick up your weight, lift your other leg, and begin those twists. Good job. Remember, as you're lifting that leg, think about the lower abdominals, helping to hold it in place, okay? Don't make it all about the hip flexor. Good news, you are at the halfway point right here. Can you rotate a little further to each side? Is your chest still lifted as you're rotating? Sometimes we cave in a little bit. I don't want that to happen. Almost there. Let's try to get 3 more on each side, all right? Oh. Hello, abdominals. We got 3 more on each side. If you've got a little extra in you, do 1 more on each side. And time is up right here. Set it down. Pick up your suitcase. Come on. If you can add any weight to your suitcase carry, I want you to do it. I'm going to try to add my dumbbell here. See if I can wrap my hands all the way around it. And we're going to start right now. So a little less recovery. Ready? Shoulders around, down and back. Oh, if you added anything to this suitcase carry, you are feeling it. Now, not only do you get work for your back and your core, but your hands, your grip strength is also increasing. And you're probably feeling your forearms. Veins are popping, right? It's a little harder to pick up the feet and stay moving over those objects. Switch to the other hand. Switch all your weight to your other hand. Okay, as you do this, I want you to reset. Reset the shoulders down and back. So this is just a basic carry. Later on, you're gonna see some overhead carries or racked carries. Those make it a little more fun. 3, and 2, and 1. Set it all down and enjoy recovery. All right, crossing off that quad hinge and going right back to the Russian twist. We've got Russian twist, we've got suitcase carry, and we got suitcase carry at the end 1 more time. So Russian twist. Now, if you want to, you've already done both legs. Maybe you want to take both feet off the ground. What do you think? You can give it a try. You don't have to do it every single time, but maybe you want to do it for like 10 seconds on, 10 seconds off. And let's begin right here. So both feet off the ground. Give it a try. There you go. It's okay. You don't have to do the whole thing. Good. Still lifting the chest. Maybe your heels are just hovering off the ground. That's still something. That's still a challenge. Good job. Maybe you want to lift your heels, but you don't want to do the weight. Okay, that's a way to modify this movement. Still get an added challenge. Good, you're at 20 seconds to go right here. There's no stopping us now. Come on. Stay with me right to the end. Think about narrowing your waistline. That's really what's going on here. And let's try to get 2 more on each side. Oh. And last one on each side. Nice job. And set it down. All right. Pick up your suitcase again. Remember, add that extra weight. If you've got any more room in your hands, okay? Maybe a little more. Whatever you got. Walk it around. Try to let your arm hang nice and strong. If you've got a mirror that you walk by at all, take a little peek and see what's going on with your shoulders. Is one drooping down? Do you think you can reset so it doesn't droop as much? All right, moving on, guys. We're gonna switch that weight to the other hand. So switch it up, shoulders back. Good. Remember, walk around, bob and weave. Walk around your furniture. Walk up and down the stairs. Walk side to side. Good job. If you have to bend down and pick something up, no problem. Go ahead and do that. Give me 10 seconds more right here. I don't know about you, but my forearms are feeling this. And set it down. All right. What I want you to do is rotate your wrists around. Stretch it out for just a moment. You've got that carry one more time. Now, I'm going to give you a challenge with this carry. We're going to do a bent arm carry on this last one. Okay, so you're going to feel this for sure in your forearms. You're also going to feel this in your biceps and a little bit more through the back. Okay, so here we go. Pick up the weight again, and final minute of work. Bent arm carry. So bend. If it bothers your wrist to have your palm up, turn your palm in. Go ahead and start walking. I don't know about you, but I carry my groceries like this sometimes, right? Don't always carry them with a straight arm, so we need to make sure that we're working all of our functional muscles. Good job, good job. Getting ready. We're gonna switch it up. So switch the weight to the other hand. Still bent arm. Now maybe that wrist was weak and maybe this wrist is strong. You wanna try palm up? If not, palm in is safer on the wrist. Do you notice how it tries to go up into your neck and you need to drop your shoulders down? You don't get that tension up into the neck. Good work, good work. 3, 2, and 1, and you are done. All right, so take a quick recovery here. Get a drink of water. We're gonna move into another set of push, pull, hinge, rotate, and carry, okay? The goal here today is not to make you feel as sore as possible in this workout and get you breathing to the max, all right? We'll save that for another night. But what I really want to do is go through these movement patterns. So next up, a little bit more challenging, we're gonna do a squat to side raise. So it looks like this, squat and side raise with the legs, okay? So you're gonna alternate leg lift side to side. If you wanna add weight to this, please feel free to do that, put it in front or on your shoulders. So go ahead and get your weight ready if you're gonna use it. Otherwise, you're just fine using body weight. And let's go ahead and begin right here. Squat down, explode up, okay? So you're pushing yourself off the floor. Good job. And a squat, we know our hips go down and back. Our chest stays lifted. And these can be narrow or wide squats. It's completely up to you. Good news is we only have to do this exercise one time. Good job, good job. Come on, give me 20 seconds more. Can you extend that leg a little longer? Squeeze your hips a little tighter. I love doing weights with this exercise because it makes my core work just a little bit harder. Come on. Let's try to get one more on each side right here. Yes. And done. All right. If you're using weights, hold on to them. Okay. If you're not using weights, pick them up. Bicep curl and ham curl at the same time. So it looks like this. Okay. You're going to shift your body weight side to side and do a bicep curl and a hamstring curl. So you're stepping side to side. Doesn't have to be fast. Time's going to start in 5 seconds. Ready to rock? All right. 3, 2, 1, and begin. We curl, Okay, limbs at the same time. And if you need to take a little micro squat in between to help you transition to the other side, that does help. Another option is one leg and one arm at the same time. I know, maybe challenges your coordination right now. That's all right. Can you think about your hamstrings, back of the upper leg? Can you think about pulling them? Imagine you had a mini band around your legs and you had that added resistance. We've only got 15 seconds. In fact, if you have mini bands and you want to add them, more power to you. Come on. Almost there. And one more time on each side and done. All right, let's go ahead and set those weights down for a moment. So we're gonna do a kneeling hinge with overhead press. We did this last week and I loved it. Hope you liked it. If being on your knees bothers you, fold your mat over. But either one or both weights, your choice. You're gonna tuck your toes, you're gonna hinge your hips back and thrust them forward as you lift your arms overhead. So hips go back and then thrust and squeeze your butt. Ready, set, and let's go right here. Hinge and press. Now option, you can do this with one weight and it looks like this. Again, back is flat as you're hinging and then you're squeezing your glutes to rise all the way back up. And if overhead doesn't work, then just hold the weights right here on your shoulders and you are gonna feel the back of your body working like crazy as you sit back and squeeze up. Good job, good job. And remember, those weights just glide right past your ears. They're not going any further back. Only 8 seconds to go. And let's try one more all together, and done. All right, set your weights down. Moving on. One weight necessary for this next one, okay? We're gonna switch halfway through, so it looks like this. Sword pull, so side lunge, reach across, and then pull up and hold. Okay, so one weight, one side of the body for 30 seconds, and then the other side for 30 seconds. Ready, let's start to the right, side lunge, and go. Reach, and then hold at the top. And even if you want to do this without weight, this is a really great exercise because stabilizing the back of the shoulder here. Good. This is your rotational movement. So making sure you're reaching down to the foot. You feel your abdominals working, especially if you're not using that other arm. Let's try one more, and then we're gonna switch to the other side right here. So quickly change, reach, and up. Good job, good job. Come on, feel your shoulder lock in and hold that weight up. Your palm should be facing forward as you lift your arm. Time for one more. And done. All right. Whew. Racked carry. So one or both weights, it's totally up to you. I'm gonna do one weight. So I'm gonna take my kettlebell, I'm gonna lift it up. I'm just gonna let it hang back here. Now, if you're using a weight, okay, you just hold that weight right here, not on your shoulder. Hold it off your shoulder and squeeze your shoulder blades together. You wanna go a little bit heavy, like I said, minimum 15 pounds if possible. So rack it up, okay, hold it there, chest lifted, and walk. Again, this time I want you to walk a little bit bigger, okay? Imagine you got some cones laying around, and you gotta step up and over them. Walk up and over. Now you're starting to feel those abdominals tug a little bit. Getting ready, we're gonna switch to the other arm here right now. So take your weight, switch to the other arm. Remember, it's not resting on your shoulder. Yeah, I gotta fix my mat, so I'm gonna bend down, and I'm gonna keep my chest up. There you go. Walk up and down the stairs. Move around. Good, only 8 seconds to go. Oh man, I'm starting to feel this all down the side of my body. What about you? And time is up. Gently step that weight to the ground, get a quick drink of water. We're gonna begin this next round with bicep curls and ham curls. And remember, these rounds are gonna get a little bit faster because our recoveries are gonna be shorter. So pick up your weights, roll your shoulders back and around. If you only have one weight, do one side, then do the other side. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, and go. We curl and curl. It looks like this from that side view. I'm not bent over here, but I'm lifted tall. Getting full extension with the arms. You want to work harder in the legs, pause a little bit at the top and hold your heel tighter to your butt, okay? Work your balance. You've got 30 seconds left. Good work. I find these extra hard when I'm moving side to side and picking up my legs. What about you? Come on. This is the last time you're gonna have to do this exercise because we're gonna cross it off next time. And final 8 seconds right here. Now maybe you wanna go fast for the last 5 seconds. Try it out. And done. Woo! All right. One weight needed for this one. This is the kneeling, or I'm sorry, you could use both if you want. This is the kneeling hip hinge. So tuck your toes. Ready, set. You're gonna rock those hips back, chest lifted, drive the hips forward as you drive your weights up. Good. Now again, we're loading those hamstrings up too. You feel it? As your weights come down, can you draw your shoulder blades together? We don't round our spine for any reason here. Remember, option if you want, one arm at a time. Come on. You've got 20 seconds left. So generally, we think about hinging as deadlifts, kettlebell swings, which those are really great hinging exercises, but these are things that we do, say, in our daily life as well. We rock back, we have to get back up. And one more time. And done. All right, side lunge with the sword pull. So start moving to your right side first. That means the weight's in your left hand. I'm gonna start that timer right now. So step to the right, reach down, and lift. Yes. Now be really mindful, okay? I don't know if you can see here from the side, but I'm not letting my body rotate at the top. I'm not swinging my arm. Just holding it nice and strong. Extend it out from the shoulder. And get ready, one more. And we're gonna move to the other side right here. So change the weight, reach across, and up. Remember, pretend you're sitting in a chair. If you have your couch behind you, okay, just sit into the couch. Just tap your backside and then drive it back up. Good job. We've got just 5 seconds left. I think we can get one more. Let's try one more. Yes. And done. All right. Woo. All right, we've got that racked carry. So if you've got 2 heavy weights and you want to do 2 racked carries, one on each arm, you can, or single arm. Here we go. Time starts right now. Rack it up. Shoulder pull together. Walk around. Remember, lift your feet. Okay, don't lean. Sometimes we lean like this Don't let that weight pull you down. This is gonna be a sneaky exercise that you're gonna feel tomorrow, and you're gonna wonder, what did I do to make my back so strong and so sore? This is it right here. And switch to the other side. Good, open up the chest. Open it up nice and wide. So we're not carrying like this, we're wide. Picking up those feet. Good job, come on, keep that weight up there. Keep it up there, I know. Upper back, working hard. That's great. And 3, and 2, 1, and you are done. Gently set that weight to the ground. Oh man, let's go ahead and round our backs a little bit. I don't know about you, but my back is starting to feel this, so I'm gonna round it, and then I'm gonna lift and extend, push my hips forward. We're gonna get ready to move back into that hinging motion, that kneeling hinge with the overhead press. So grab your weight right now and get ready to rock. 3, 2, tuck your toes, waist to the shoulders, hinge, drive. Now I know there's a lot of repetition today, so it's okay if you need to sit a couple reps out and then jump back in. At the halfway point, we are going to change the tempo just a little bit. Okay, it's going to look like this. I'm going to have you go slowly back. So 3, 2, 1, explode. Let's try it again. 3, 2, 1, explode. Come on, try some different tempos. They prevent us from getting bored and they challenge our muscles after we've done the same thing for quite a while. Are you able to push equally with both hands? Notice any imbalances. Let's correct them. Come on, one more. And drive it up. Done. Woo! All right, you got the sword pull next. Come to your feet, 1 week. We gotta keep moving. It's kind of a slow burn, isn't it? Didn't feel too hard first round, but now, yeah, we know that our muscles worked hard. Come on, reach down and across. I want you to really work on stacking your body up tall. And if this is getting tedious on the shoulder, okay, this is your option right here. Just a little fly out to the side with the elbow down. A little safer. We're gonna switch to the other side. So, lunge and reach. Remember what I said, even just your arm is plenty. We've only got 10 seconds left, guys. You've got this. Oh, come on. One more and done. All right, racked carry. So like I said, just like before, if you've done both sides, now it's time maybe to do both arms. Again, I want you to open your elbows out a little bit wider away from the body. Let's go. Come on, rack those weights, hold them, and take a walk. If you need to do one arm instead of the other, or instead of both, that's great. Another way you can imagine this is like you have a big bar resting in your hands, and you do not want to set it down on your upper back. If you are doing one side, this is your chance to switch to the other arm. Otherwise, try to pick up your feet a little bit. Walk it around. Go side to side. Do a couple side steps. Cross those feet in both directions. Woo! I'm feeling this. I hope you're feeling it. We've got 5 seconds left. And time is up. Set those weights down. Holy goodness. Let's go ahead and take an arm across. Wiggle those fingers. We are not done. Not even close. Okay, we've got side lunge and sword pull and then racked carry. All right, let's get back to work. Side lunge, sword pull, and Begin. Pick up your weight right now and move to the side. Come on, reach. Now, I'm going to give you an option for added intensity since this is our last time. If you want to, I want you to lift your knee up the center. Really get a good sense of balance here. It's not for everybody. Maybe you just want to tap the toe, release your heel from the ground. And we get to switch to the other side right here. Remember, this is the last chance that you have to do this exercise this week. You will not see it on Thursday, that is for sure. Come on, stay with it. You've got 15 seconds left. That means we can get 2 more of these in. Yes, try that balance option. We've only got 5 seconds left on the clock. Let's go for 1 more. And we are done. All right. Finish up with that racked carry right here. 1 arm, both arms, your choice. Whatever works for you. Maybe add some extra weight. And here we go. Woo. All right, here we go, here we go. Walk it around. Now this is getting to be too much tension in your neck, okay? I really suggest doing 1 arm instead of both. Remember, take that walk. If you were doing 1 arm, go ahead and switch arms right here. Come on, breathe it out. I know you're wanting to try to sink into your body and let your back ground, but we're not gonna let that happen. We're gonna keep walking proud and strong. When you're walking around your house can be such a challenge. Come on, final 10 seconds. You've got this. And 3, 2, 1, and recover. Okay, check this out. So we crossed off our side lunge and sword pull, right? But that means we've got 1 more round of our carry. Now in this carry, I'm gonna have some challenges for you where I want you to get down low and up high, all right? It's gonna look like this, okay? So I'll say get down, and I want you to get down, just a mini lunge, and then come right back up, okay? And I'm gonna say get down, you're gonna do a little mini lunge, and come right back up. So not like a full-on lunge, but just like you had to get down to the ground and push back up. So get your weights racked, ready, set, and come on, let's go. Either one side or both sides, it's up to you. Walk it around a little bit. Now I want you to get down. Like imagine you had something on your back. Like maybe, like for me, it's like my kids on my back. And I have to kind of lower myself down. And then I've got to come back up without losing them. Now you want to get down using the other leg forward, okay? Use that other leg forward, get down, and drive it back up. You want to keep those weights off your shoulders. If you're doing 1 arm, switch to the other arm. Okay, I want you to get down again. Oh, there we go. And final one right here. Okay, get down, slow and steady, and right back up. Oh, finish those walks. 3, and 2, and 1, and you are done. Woo! You made it. Holy cow. All right, here's what's gonna happen. I'm gonna change this back to gallery view so I can see you. See your sweaty faces. You guys looking good. How'd that feel? Thumbs up? Yeah, was it hard? Not really? No? Next time you do it, just do a little extra weight, okay? Then we'll be hard. It was hard for me, I don't know.
The rack carrying was hard for me because it brought my shoulders back.
Yeah.
And it's part of my shoulder and my elbow as far as just.
Okay, so it hurt your joints a little bit more. But it's good for really opening up, right? Because we kind of do this, so it kind of helps us open up. You're gonna feel your upper back like crazy tomorrow. So we actually are gonna just do a really quick core session here, and then and cool down, kind of all at the same time, all right? Because we only have about 6 minutes left. So you go ahead and lay down on your mat. Okay, we're gonna do a dead bug. I love dead bugs, right? They're so fun. But this one's going to be a kind of a dynamic dead bug, which doesn't really make sense, but that's what is going to happen. The bug before he dies. Okay, so you're going to take your hands, press them against your thighs, let your head go back. Pull your abdominals to your back, and then we're just going to extend right arm and right leg and hold right there. Okay, you're pressing against your knee at the same time. And then bring it all back together. And then switch to the other side, extend nice and long, hold, and push against your knee. And slowly bring it back together. And one more on each side, hold. And slowly bring it in. And switch sides, extend and hold. And very good. Bring your knees into your body. Rock a little bit side to side. Next up, hip bridge, so feet on the ground. Now you're gonna take your fingers behind your ears, all right? So you're gonna do a hip bridge, just regular hip bridge to begin with. And then we're gonna add on. You're gonna do a hip bridge, and you're gonna reach across your midline, keeping the hips up, and then lowering all the way down. So hip bridge, and rotate, and then bring it on down. Now that's like too much, then just do the knee to elbow without lifting your hips. Nice and slow. Press those hips up. And we're gonna try it one more time on each side right here. So lead with your shoulder. And last one. And release. Take both legs up, flex your feet, and point your toes. Just enjoy a nice hamstring stretch here. All right, we're gonna take our fingers behind our ears. We're gonna drop our abdominals down. You're gonna lower your legs 2 inches, and then you're gonna lift them back up. So it's a real small movement. Lower down and lift up. Now if that feels okay, and your low back is not arching, then go just a little further down, maybe like 3 or 4 inches until you feel that tug where your low back wants to lift. And let's do 2 more here. And last one. And go ahead and bend both knees. Let the feet drop to the ground. Lay yourself all the way out. Stretch your hands over your head. All right, we're gonna roll over onto one side. Roll onto one side. Take your foot in your hand. Now, sometimes we rock our shoulder forward. I want you to really exaggerate that shoulder roll back to open up through the pecs, open up through the front of the shoulder, and stay here. Good, bring that leg forward. Okay, so you're on your side, your top leg, your toes are pointing forward, and then you're gonna reach your arm up and over. As you're doing that, kind of press into your top hip. And if you want to, you could also lift the hips off the ground. You guys know this stretch, it's one of my favorites. And release back down. All right, swing your legs to the other side or flip over, whatever works best for you. And we'll do that quad stretch on the other side. So foot in the hand, roll your shoulder back, and then just press that leg a little farther behind you. And we'll take our top leg, place it down, arm comes up and over. Ooh. If you want to, lift your hips. And release. Go ahead and come onto your hands and knees. And we're just gonna round our back. And release. Ooh, all that back work. We did so much back work today. With all the hinging, with the carries. And release. And then take your toes, tuck them, and push back into a downward facing dog. And then just slowly bring your feet and your hands together and soften your knees and roll it on up. All right, we're gonna take our hands out, the elbows at 90 degrees, open your hands really, really wide. Stretch your palms. Okay, so carrying, right, causes us to kind of cramp up a little bit, so open those palms. And then take your hands forward, okay, fingers pointing down to the ground. And if you can, just touch your middle fingers or whatever fingers you can onto your thighs. And just gradually hinge forward and get a little more of a stretch in your forearms. That doesn't feel good, then just fingertips only. Rotate those wrists around. We're gonna get blown away here in just a minute. Good job, you guys. Awesome work tonight. So good to see you guys. You can unmute if you're muted. Or I guess I could probably unmute all of you. Right. Unmuting you guys. Hi, Anne.
Hi.
How's it going?
Oh, not bad.
Yeah?
It's tricky to get here at 5. I've been working, in the lab full time.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So, but it's great. I love it. It's a good reason to run out of there.
I know, right? You're like, sorry, I've got other things going on in my life. I have to go.
Yeah.
Well, this week is our check-in week since we're midway through camp, which is like amazing. It's gone so fast to me, but so I don't know if you guys set goals or not. I know it's like just a weird time of life to be setting goals, but I think sometimes it helps to just have even a minor goal. But if you have any goal that you set and that you want to just share, like kind of how that's going, it can be the simplest thing. I'd love to hear from you guys about what you're working on. So,
yeah, I'm just trying to stick with it, stick with regular. It's like you're talking about scheduling in the time.
Mm-hmm.
So some days that goes better than others, but that's always been key for me. If I schedule a workout, I'm much more likely to do it.
I hear ya. Yeah. Any other small goals you guys are working on?
Just trying to eat better, try to eat more fruit. Now that fruit's coming out, more fresh fruit and vegetables, fish, kind of just to eat cleaner.
Yeah. Anybody else? Heidi, how are you doing?
I'm good. I made a ton of goals, so.
You made a ton of goals? Is that what you said?
Of course. Yeah.
Tell me what couple of them are.
The big one is to work out 6 times a week.
Okay.
Get my steps in. Eat 5 servings of fruits and vegetables.
Okay.
Maybe drink less.
Okay.
Damn it.
I know.
So.
All the fun stuff. And how did it go? Like, how are you feeling successful with those things?
I am.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm doing an accountability with one of my other girlfriends, and we kind of hold each other accountable. And
that wouldn't be me. Just
it's not Jenny. I'm not stupid.
I know, you guys as partners, I mean, come on, let's face it.
We just be drinking.
There's a little bit of cheating involved. But it's good to have friends like Jenny, right? That you can just, cut loose.
Of course. That's right.
Erica, what about you?
Doing well. I think we're supposed to head back to work in like 2 weeks, maybe.
Okay.
I'm not really sure. So.
No, I thought you guys were going back this week.
Working.
Is the county not going? I thought some
so
county.
The felony courts are going back this week.
Okay.
Yeah, our office is like kind of split, so we're still working out some of those bugs.
Right. Okay. So how many did you set any goals for this session, and how are they going?
I did not set any goals for this session.
But you've been like super consistent with coming to class.
Yeah, I missed last Thursday, but I think that's the only one that I haven't done yet.
But that's huge. That's really huge. I mean, I think it's a major improvement.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Supposed to go to a chiropractor tomorrow now that they're finally back open, so hopefully that will be good. So
make sure you wear a mask when you put your face in the headrest because it's really easy to breathe.
Like I'm gonna like sanitize my whole face afterwards, I think.
I went and I was like, I can't breathe. Hurry up. It's awful. But whatever. That's how it goes. Jenny, what are your goals?
I'm just trying to keep a routine, you know, get up at the same time, like even though it's all weird, make my classes, just not succumb to, you know, total at-home land.
No.
Yeah.
It's true.
Stress,
You have to do that.
all that. Yeah.
What's that?
Just all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel
And
successful so far with that?
Yeah. My body hurts. I'm stiff for sure. I need to do just more breaks during the day and whatnot. And then my eating is mostly good. I've stopped baking. That's helped.
Yeah. I feel like the first 4 weeks of being at home was like just not good as far as like, you know, eating and all that kind of stuff with it. And now we're like kind of paying for it. We're like, okay, jumping back into some normal routine.
Exactly.
That's how it was with me at least. So
Yep.
well,
So
good.
this was my video's working. I have no idea why I've changed nothing. So
Well, we're happy to see you.
yeah.
Great. So moving forward into these last few weeks, okay, potentially going back to work, potentially not, who knows, right? But I mean, maybe possibly moving into more consistent patterns in life. I mean, think about some goals that you can set, you know, moving forward and for the next 3-4 weeks, and moving forward also into possible new lifestyle changes, you know, potentially. I don't know exactly what that looks like, but, you know, kind of mold that around a little bit and see what, you know, you've made it this far. You've like jumped in, stayed consistent, made your workouts, but beyond that, what else could, you know, just better your overall health moving forward? If you have any ideas, you can shout them out.
Well, I want to get, I'm not getting 10,000 steps a day.
Okay.
Last year, I mean, that was like the norm. It made 15, you know, to 20. So that's changed dramatically for me. So that, I think that's going to be my goal moving forward, is to try to get that every day.
Yeah, I think that's good. I know it's those little things that you didn't think about. I feel the same way. I'm not riding my bike as much. Not a big deal, but you know, I mean, it's just those extra movement patterns, and I'm like, need to circle around the block before I teach boot camp or something. You know, just to feel a little more normal. But yeah, I like that, Shelly. That's good. Anybody else have anything off the top of their head?
I think I'm going to try and stay as active as I am now once I get back to my normal work schedule. Because like I can take the dog for a walk in the middle of the day if I feel like it. So I actually have more steps now than I did before all of this. So trying to maintain the level of activity that I have now when I get back to being busy.
Good. Do you think that'll be hard? I mean, do you think that's going to be a challenge for you, or now that you're such in a pattern that it'll be?
I think it'll just be harder because everything's so backlogged right now that I think I'm going to end up pulling more hours at work. Or even if I'm not specifically at work, coming home and doing more work rather than like staying active. So just remembering to take the like self-care time to, if I need to go for a walk, just go for a walk.
Yeah, that's awesome. Heidi? Oh, you're taking off, Jen? Okay, have a nice night. See ya.
Thank you.
You guys all leaving?
What's the next add-on?
Oh, thank you. I need you, Heidi. For more than just that, but lunges is the next add-on. Okay, lunges. Has your wife been doing them, the add-ons? I still need to get my mountain climbers in today, but otherwise I've done everything else. So.
Yeah, I haven't done it today, but is that bilateral then? 10 each side?
Yep, yes it is. Lunges bilateral.
Yeah. Okay.
It doesn't take long, right? Anne, have you done a couple of them? I know last week you said you hadn't done too many, but have you done some this week?
So last week I had it in my head.
Leaving. Bye.
Bye.
I thought the add-on was burpees, and then I read your email, and I'm like, oh, mountain climbers, that's so much easier.
Oh man, that's a rough add-on to mess
I
up.
know. I start out, I'm like, I hate burpees. They're so hard for me. But
You're funny. Well, I think if you did 10 burpees every day, I mean, I think that just trumps everything. So you're good, right?
only until Friday when I read your email, and then I went, oh, okay, all right. I can do mountain
That's all right. A few extra burpees won't kill you.
climbing.
We could probably all use some of that. Yeah. Well, awesome. So you guys need anything else right now? Are you feeling good about where we're going with boot camp and everything?
Yep.
Yeah. How do you guys feel about a like outside Saturday camp? Like spaced apart, bring your own equipment. I don't know, I'm just throwing it out there.
I think that would be fun.
Yeah. It's okay, no pressure. Like I'm just trying to feel out. Everybody's like in so many different places and it's hard to know, like where everybody's at with all that. But you don't have to tell me right now. You can just, send me an email or whatever. But I'm just thinking maybe like in a week or so, like maybe outside, space cones out like 10 feet apart. Don't leave your cone. Bring your own weights. I don't know. Just trying to see if it would be suitable or not. So anyways, kind of mull it around. Maybe you send me an email, be like, yeah, I'm in, I'm not in. And then that'd be good. So, and it's probably hard because you're parents too, right?
Yeah, well, and I worry about Damon too.
Right.
We're definitely keeping him pretty under lock and key at home.
Yeah. Yeah.
For sure. He's like, can I just go to Home Depot?
That's where everybody is. You don't want to go there. That's like the worst place to go if you want to go out. It's like packed all the time. But yeah, I can understand that for sure. Well, has he been able to get out and be like active at all?
Yeah, he's actually like we walk the dogs quite a bit, and he does the treadmill, and he's actually doing great with all that.
Good.
Just don't want him around other people.
Yeah.
It's high risk.
I know. I get it. Yeah. A lot of unknowns.
It's high risk, and so I take care of her. I see her every day, make her food and everything. So I've been pretty hunkered down here too at home.
You said your mom, really?
Yeah, my mom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because she's 83. Well,
yeah.
She's healthy, but she's 83. So
this is my son Ian.
Yeah, I can't visit my parents. They are not allowing any visitors at
not
all.
Even family.
Nope. And like one of their caregivers, she was telling my sister that she can't visit her family, her grandmother. She can give care to people in this facility, but her grandmother lives somewhere else, and she's not allowed to visit her.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty locked down for that population.
Right. Yeah, I really feel for them for sure, because it's gotta be so. It was probably lonely to begin with, right? And then to add this on top of it.
Yeah, I'm really glad my parents have each other, but yeah, for sure, it's really strange.
Yes. Sorry, I'm laughing at my kids. Photo bombing my Zoom call here. So can you communicate with them like FaceTime or anything? Do they know how to do that?
Well, we have not figured that out yet, so it's still phone calls, but we've been working on it. And then my sister's seeing if maybe she can make Zoom work. I mean, we've been trying various things, and it's really hard. We might need a health aide to help my dad, so that we can video with him, because we haven't been able to talk him through it yet.
It's hard on that older generation for sure.
iPhones or Android phones?
He has an iPhone, and I have an iPhone, so you would think that would work, right? And my sister tried to do like a Google thing, and he has a Google account, but changed his Google password, and it was really, really, really hard for him to log in because I had to get him a new phone. So yeah, we were just like, it's just hard. And then, you know, you get hung up on. It's funny. He and I pocket dial each other regularly. It's funny.
That's hilarious. Well, hopefully soon. You know.
Yeah.
Are you taking off, Erica?
Yeah. Bye.
I'll see you later. Bye. Yeah, it'd be nice if they'd let everybody just be outside and go for a walk together at least or something, you know. But
Right. It's tricky. They did try to do like workouts with everybody on their porches, but my apartment actually faces the street, not the courtyard. So, you know,
yeah.
It was cute though. I saw a picture of the facility. They had all these people standing out on their porches with a trainer in the parking lot.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cute.
Yeah. They all still get to see each other though, right? I mean, they get to still go have. No.
They can't leave their apartments. They can't go to any common areas.
Oh,
yeah, they're completely locked in. So they bring all their meals, and the caregivers come to them.
Wow.
So they were like they could potentially do their own laundry, but they have to schedule time in the laundry room when no one else will be there. So we have someone doing my parents' laundry so that they're not doing that.
Yeah. So, wow. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's rough.
Well, my mom lives across the street from me, so.
Oh, nice.
Fortunate, and then Scott's mom lives a mile down the road. She's also very high risk because she has COPD. And we're so thankful that they are in their own homes, and things haven't changed a whole lot, especially for my mom because she didn't have a whole lot anyways. But yeah, we feel very fortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry about that, Ann.
Oh yeah, it's difficult, but they're safe.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that they're keeping them safe.
Yeah.
And are such cheery people. It's really cute. They're like always in really good spirits, and so it's funny. Yeah.
Do they understand a lot what's going on? Because I know they have a little bit of dementia or Alzheimer's. Which one is it?
Well, yeah. You know, it's hard to say with that what the diagnosis is, but my dad does kind of a little bit, and then my mom doesn't. So she says, "I hope we see you soon," and she's losing a lot of language. So she'll say like, "The sky, it's white. The sky's really white right now." My dad will say, "No, it's not." We talk a lot about the sky. Yeah. But she's lost a lot of words, so you know it's kind of limited.
Yeah. I bet this doesn't help that either, right? Just not getting out as much and
I think so.
Acting as much.
I think so. It's but they're doing fine, and like I said, they're safe. It's just terrifying to think about that getting in a facility like that. You know, my folks are in good physical condition, but there's so many people there on oxygen, poor mobility, all kinds of stuff. So I'm glad they're being so careful.
Yeah. Yep, it's good for that population for sure. So, how is your daughter doing? Because she's in New York, right?
So the daughter in New York came out here like the first week of March.
Oh, okay.
She has asthma and she was in college.
Okay.
So all her classes had gone online. So she came out here.
Oh, okay.
And she has a boyfriend here. So she's basically moved in with her boyfriend in Loveland.
Okay.
And she's planning on going back to New York next week for a month. I'm nervous about that, but I mean, she's an adult, obviously. Yeah. So you know, what do you
Yeah.
do?
Gotta live life a little bit too, right?
But her whole life's there, you know, too. So she's wanting to get back and yeah. Did not think she was going to be here 2 months when she came out the first week of March, for sure.
Yeah, no kidding. That's crazy. Yeah. Well, cool that have you seen her a lot more then? Or are you able to?
Not a ton. We actually had to quarantine because of a trip that Louise had done where she was exposed. And so then we were like, we can't have you coming and going while we're quarantined because that's not really going to work. And Chloe had just gotten here from New York. So we've done distance visits, hugging from a distance, the big wide arms and seeing each other out front type thing. But that's been it. So, yeah.
Where did Louise go?
She did a trip to Washington, D.C. with the League of Cities. She went with the mayor and several council members. And as soon as they got back, they found out they had been, that 3 people on the trip had tested positive, like as soon as they got back. Mm-hmm. So that's why I don't know if you knew that they were all quarantined. The city manager, the mayor, and a couple council members. Okay. Oh, wow. That was the same trip that Louise went on.
But everybody's fine.
Everybody was fine. It was a great trip, but and it was probably good because we were being really super extra careful from the get-go. So
good.
Were you tested?
No, that was, you know, back when you had to basically wind up in the hospital or whatever to get tested. But the other people on the trip definitely were positive. And they figured out that, like, Louise had been at a couple of meetings and on a couple of bus rides with those people. So they knew that there was definitely exposure to it. So we don't know if she got it at all, but we know she was exposed for sure. Now at this point, maybe we've all been exposed to knows, you know.
Right. Antibody test to see if I've been exposed. I mean, I've not been sick, symptoms, but I'm curious to know. You know?
Yeah, it's hard to know. You wonder what the actual numbers are, right?
Oh yeah. Well, they've got to be higher than, you know, what they know, because
not everybody's getting tested.
Right.
Exactly. I know. I've had friends too that were really sick and they went in because they thought they had it, and they're like, "Oh, we can't test you because you're overall a healthy person." So.
And one of Damon's coworkers, young woman, like 30 years old, she was on a ventilator for a few weeks, and she tested negative. And we were like, how is that even possible that someone that young could get that sick with that type of illness? Mm-hmm. So we're kind of wondering how accurate that testing even was.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law's, their whole family has been sick for like over a month. Not needing to go to the hospital sick, but coughing, not a fever, but just everything else. And they all tested negative.
That's good they were able to get tested.
Yeah, well, that was just like last week.
Oh, okay.
But then they've been sick, really sick for the last 4 weeks.
Weird. And they tested negative for flu as well, I assume.
Yeah, I don't know if they tested them for that.
I think, you know, flu is really easy to test for, so I think they start with that.
And then some of them had strep throat too, that was going around the household. So they've been all locked down. So sick.
Who knows? It's crazy. And Shelly, you're working from home?
I am. Yeah, we're not sure when we're going back. There's no word on when they're going to open the courthouse building to the public. And for now, it's just if you can telework and work from home, then keep doing it.
Yeah. Maybe it'll open up a nice hybrid way to work, you know? I mean, a little bit of both and wouldn't be so bad.
Yeah. But I'm going to get this call.
That's fine. I got to get going too. My kids I think they're hungry. I think that's why they're so looking forth behind me. They're like, come on, food.
Nice to see you, and thanks for the fun workout.
Yes, it's so good to see you, Ann. All right, have a good night.
Yeah, you
Bye,
too.
Shelby.